so strongly was destiny through the depths of your essence, but it's in your head. And it's like people outside of your head try and tell you how you gotta be, and deter you from showing up authentically. You catch yourself starting to believe the shit, like blah blah blah.
Hey y'all, welcome to Aniyah's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Welcome in if you're new, welcome back if you're subscribed. Shout out to my subscribers, by the way, for still being here. Shout out to those of you who checked in or who asked like when you come back, XYZ. I am adjusting, okay? I'm adjusting. It's a lot, you know, like going back to college as an adult. I was working 2 jobs, now I'm working 1 job. So I don't know, it's just interesting. Yeah, so I've been trying to acclimate to that, and I've been really busy, which is why I have not been on here, but I'm perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong. This is a blessing. I asked for this. I manifested this. I'm going to my dream school for dream major. Like, I really enjoy school. So not to sound like morbid or anything, it's just like an adjustment for me, okay? So that being said, I'm here today, and today I wanted to jump in with something fun, but still something that is fun, but can still be potentially insightful. So today we're going to be doing what is the current gossip, because we don't even have to get into it. Vegetables, sweet treats. If you don't know, basically vegetable readings are the ones where you do insightful things or talk about insightful things. Sweet treats is the more fun gossip style reading. So today I kind of want to do a little bit of both, like carrot cake. All right, so without further ado, if you would like to book a personal reading, also shout out to all the people who were still booking with me while I wasn't even on here. Like, I really appreciate you guys. Other than that though, if you would like to go ahead and choose your pile, you can find that down below. If you would like to book a reading, you can find that down below. I think that's it. I haven't done this in a long time, so excuse me if I don't remember my things to say, but yeah, go ahead and choose your pile. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Aniyah's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Let's get straight into it. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, then you can find the information down below in the description box. Other than that, let's get into it. First, I want to channel messages from the images. It's been a while since I've done any reading, so it's like YouTube, because that's not true. I've done personals, but it's not the same. Anyways, let's get into it. The first thing that I'm feeling in terms of gossip, I feel like people are heavily discussing your looks, but I feel like it's a positive thing. Like, I feel like these are compliments. This is people addressing or like speaking amongst each other about your outfits. The way that you dress on your style is coming through specifically, and like the way that you keep up with yourself. Like, I'm specifically getting coworkers as well. So this could be a situation where, let's say that you just got a new job, and so this could be people, of course, who are strangers to you, seeing you, and they're like taking in your looks, and I'm specifically hearing your beauty. And I'm not even trying to sound like gas you, like this is not even me purposely trying to gas you. It's just like genuinely what's coming through. There's this vibe of, again, if this is like a new group of people that you're meeting, this could also be like a family instance. Like if somebody recently went to maybe a family reunion or met somebody else's family, like met a friend or romantic partner's family. This could be something as well in a classroom setting. I'm also getting, like, and y'all better not be in high school under 18 watching me. This better be talking about college classes. Fuck you talking about. This is an adult space. Whenever I channel anything that sounds like it's under 18, to be irritating me, I'm like, hold on. All right, but anyways, it's like if you're in a new space, this is like people talking about your looks, your beauty, talking about how they like the way you dress, or maybe like the way you do your hair, that maybe your skin looks nice or your body looks nice. It's going to be different for everybody, you know, take it how it resonates, but whatever are those like physical compliments that you know apply to you. But I am specifically getting style for sure. Like, regardless of the way that you dress, people like the way that you dress, or they say that it fits you or something about that, especially if you have like an alternative style. Or I'm also getting if this is not like a new group of people, this could also be like people who have already known you, but maybe they only saw you in a certain type of attire. So this could be like coworkers who have only seen you in uniform, or if you go to a school where, you know, maybe you guys have like a certain dress code. Maybe it's not like a uniform per se, like you don't really have uniforms in college, but more so maybe you like dress professionally, or you dress as if you're going to school every day, and then maybe they see you outside of that, and so you're wearing something that's maybe a bit more revealing or shows more of your personal style. It's like that type of vibe. Or I'm also getting the vibe that this could be somebody seeing your social media, and maybe they again only see you in uniform or like professional clothing, and then they see your social media and they see you in like regular clothes and like your style is very different than what you wear to work or school or something like that. This could also, I'm also getting family vibes as well, because like this could be like an older relative who you maybe dress modestly around on purpose out of respect because they're older, they're like an elder. But then when they see your Instagram or they see your Facebook, or if they see you, a picture of you somewhere else, maybe you're hanging out with your friends and your peer group and your age group, you're dressed differently, and so they're talking about that. But not in like I'm not getting that in this, if it's too much in like a judgmental way. I am getting like a heavily like complimentary energy. Okay, that was like, I feel like that was a lot just to say that, but yeah, I just wanted to get into like all the different scenarios, because you know a lot of people watch these readings, so there's like always multiple things coming through. I also get the fact that I'm saying that people are talking about how thorough you are, because I can be thorough when I explain, but I'm not always. And usually I like to take the way that I'm reading as part of the energy as well. And I feel like people are saying that you're very thorough, like in terms of the way that you do something, or even the way that you speak. This one is interesting to me because it's kind of confused. Like I feel like people are kind of confused. It's like there's like this vibe of people. It's like people are thinking about later things that you said, or they're later on after the fact. Like you have this aftertaste. That sounds so interesting. Like I feel like, Paolo, I feel like you're very like, your energy is coming across very sophisticated. Like the way that I'm talking, it's like I don't always talk like this. Obviously I can, but I don't always talk like this, and it's standing out to me. But it's like you have this vibe with people where they're literally left like pondering. Like literally, like the gossip on you is that people, I feel like, are telling other people things that you said and like asking them like their opinion on like, so Power One, you know, I was talking to them and they said this and that, and like maybe initially when you said it to them, sometimes I feel like there are times people have like, they show like a shocked or like a confused reaction in their body language when you say something to them. But sometimes it's also a thing where maybe they don't maybe they show it in their body language, but they don't verbally express or tell you that they're confused or that they are thrown off, or like they have to like think deeper about something that you said, but you can see it on their body language. Sometimes people don't even show that, and they just like don't say anything, and then later on, and maybe they just have like a normal reaction, and then later they like are like, wait, you know what I'm saying? So people are definitely talking about that. And I feel like in terms of gossip, again, if you're in like group spaces or spaces where multiple people are experiencing you at the same setting, like I said, like work, school, family, stuff like that, they're like having conversations amongst each other, like, oh yeah, Paul one said this and that to me. Like, what do you think they meant by that? Like, and I'm also hearing people asking themselves and asking other people if they should be offended by something that you said. Like, if like, was that like, how do you think they meant that? People might ask you a lot, like, what do you mean by that? Like, I'm just like, your energy feels very like intellectual, but also like Neptunian in a way. Like also very like, it's like people just are confused. Okay, so that's the gossip so far. Let's go ahead and tap into the tarot. Okay, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up if it's resonating so far. This is fun. I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to start with something that's, you know, lighthearted. If y'all watch my channel, you know I'd be kind of nervous to do gossip readings, even though I know people like them, because sometimes the energy is negative, and it's like I don't want to tap into that. Like, we have bigger fish to fry than worrying about people's negative opinions. But sometimes the gossip can be positive, and when it is positive, I think that it's important to hear that. Okay, because sometimes I think people overthink how we're being perceived, and it may be negatively by some people, but it also could be positive. So let's go ahead and see, Spirit, what is the gossip on Pile 1 at this time? What is the current gossip on Pile 1 at this time? I'm getting that the Emperor was popping out as I was shuffling. I'm still about to pull some cards, but I just saw that, and I do feel like people are seeing you as somebody who is brave and action-oriented. It's kind of like the gossip, but also how they see you, because I feel like the gossip is heavily based on, like, again, it's complimentary. So it's like, you have to think, when it's not that people are really talking about you. It's not that they're talking about you in like a negative way. It's more so that they're like, did you see, like, it's kind of like what it's making me think of is like if a celebrity walked through, and I'm not trying to say that like they look at you as a celebrity per se, but I'm just saying, like, just think of your favorite singer. If your favorite singer, I don't know, sits at a bar that you're sitting at and you have a little conversation with them, or even if you don't have a conversation with them and you just see them there, once they leave out of the bar, the energy that I'm getting is like you and the other people at the bar being like, oh my gosh, and did you see their coat that they had on? It was such a nice coat. And oh, and they were so nice to the bar staff, to the bartender. Like, you know, you might think that celebrities be rude, but actually they're really nice. And it's like that type of conversation. It's not even really about, it's about you, but it's more so other people just expressing their observations of you together, but on positive things. I don't know. I feel like I'm over explaining, but so yeah, what's the gossip on pile 1? We have the lovers reversed, and I just had a weird, not pain, but like a weird tingling in my side. I don't know if anybody else is experiencing that. The 5 of Wands. I feel like, let me see. We have the 3 of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and one more card. Sometimes I be getting ahead of myself. I'm like, let me take all the cards before I get to saying things. We have Temperance, and then we also have the Hierophant. So it's Taurus and Sagittarius energy here prevalently. On the bottom of the deck, wow, we have the Tower and Death. Whoa. And then Page of Cups reversed. It's like, and I keep getting this weird feeling on my side that's literally so weird. It just started just now. And it doesn't, like I said, it's not really pain. It's just like, I don't know. It almost feels as if somebody is like poking me. I don't know. But there's obviously not. Anyways, y'all. I'm getting so distracted today. And I feel like that's how you might feel about like, Pawan, let me know in the comments if you, when you're in public, if you feel easily distracted by people, or like you feel this vibe of muddied energy in terms of whatever is coming at you. Because I'm literally getting so many different stories here and so many different layers of gossip. I mentioned that celebrity thing. At first I was like, okay, I'm not trying to say that you have that necessarily, or that like people see you as that way, but you do have a lot of eyes on you. So you could be a celebrity watching this, but obviously I don't feel like all of you are celebrities, like, but there is this vibe here that there's like a lot of eyes on you, because I feel like the most prevalent energy that I got before pulling any cards was that of positive energy. So I do feel like most of the gossip on you is positive. However, there's so many layers to the gossip once you actually dissect it. Once we actually get into it, it's like there's so many different energies here. Most of them are positive, but there is also these other energies. There are also these other energies where it's like, you know, there's jealousy or competition, or, you know, insecurities that are sparked from your energy. But I think it's because you have so many eyes on you. And so if you're in public and you feel like just, I don't know, maybe like this constant buzzing of energies, or like this constant eye on you, or just like, I feel like you're somebody who's confident in yourself, but, and this is like slick random from the topic, but I feel like you're somebody who's confident in yourself, but when you're in public, you're never able to really like rest or relax as much as you can when you're at home. And that's like obviously everybody, but for you specifically, like I feel like you just always feel like there's people watching you, or there's energies projected towards you, and like maybe you feel like you're never in quiet or never not being perceived unless you're like completely alone. Even like posting, like I feel like even if you post online, like somebody might post and like all their stuff flops, nobody really sees it, but it's like with you, even if the numbers aren't reflecting it, whatever you post is seen by a lot of people. I feel like shared in group chats and everything. And so it's just like, I just wanted to say that because I feel like to validate you, like maybe you know, you might feel like, oh, who am I to think that this is how I get reaction, like this is the reaction that I get or whatever. But no, I really feel like you get that. And so when it comes to the gossip on you, there's a lot. So let's get into it, because I'm not trying to drag this out too much longer, because I feel like I've already been talking so deeply and so much, like, whoa. I do feel like the gossip on you is that people want to get close to you. They want to connect with you. People see you in a very high light. People see you with the Temperance here and the Hierophant. People see you as somebody who has this, like, I'm getting like perfect blend of different elements, different characteristics, to where it's like with Sagittarius and Taurus, it's like you're stable, you come across grounded, you're beautiful, you seem to be somebody who is able to experience the more positive or luxurious things in life. But at the same time, and you do come across kind of like I'm getting like bougie and maybe like, again, like well taken care of, well dressed, somebody who holds themselves to a high standard. But at the same time, you're also very smart, very intellectual, very witty, but also funny, goofy. You don't take yourself too serious in other ways or in different things. You are somebody who's down to earth, but you also get a lot of attention, and you're also very confident, and you're also confrontational, but you know when to be confrontational and when to just be the bigger person because you have things to lose. You know, it's like you just have this like blend of all these positive traits that end up like radiating out for other people to see. And so people do want to come towards you and to be friendly towards you, even romantically, but people do also see that you have this like shield, this protective wall over yourself, and you're also very quick to call things out. It's easy for you to see through things in people because I think whatever level of attention that you have, you've had it either your whole life or for a long time at this point. And so, you know how to read people's intentions. It's rare that somebody is able to manipulate you. And even if they are able to do it, it usually doesn't last long before you pick up on it and you remove them, right? So there's this vibe of like, people are very drawn to you, but they also feel rejected by you. Because I was getting that like weird feeling on my side, and then like the Lovers reversed to be the first card out, and then the Five of Wands, which competition, friction, could be just disagreement, all that, and then to go into all these positive energies. I think another part of the gossip here is that people feel rejected by you. So I feel like you're somebody who, the people who don't like you, they only don't like you because they feel like you don't like them. And I feel like that is a topic of gossip. But I didn't, even though that's a simple concept, and of course you probably could have already assumed that, the reason why I wanted to go into depth about it is because it's one thing to just think like, oh, I have haters. It's another thing to understand why people act the way they act. Because when you just think I have haters, you could just be like, oh, well, I'm just not going to care this and that. But when you understand it on a deeper level, and I feel like you're somebody who has the intellect to understand why it matters as well. The fact that you've been talking about this, like, it's just like you literally could have Sagittarius or Taurus placements in your chart. Or we also have the Queen of Taurus. That could be Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini as well. It's like, it matters for you to understand why. Because I feel like sometimes you just see yourself as a regular person. You see yourself as a giving person, a generous person, a person with a good heart. So you don't really think to take or mistreat take from people or mistreat them. You also recognize the attention that you receive and the qualities that you have, but you don't feel like you're just inherently better than other people or like needing to put yourself on a pedestal over other people. So it's like sometimes you don't really understand, even though you can recognize the person's energy or that somebody's trying to manipulate you or take advantage of you or whatever. It's like you don't really understand why. And even though you're able to just be like, okay, well, if they don't like me, fuck them, sometimes it's still like, I feel like it kind of pokes you on your side and it kind of like bugs you to know, like, to still wonder like, why though? Like, I didn't do nothing to that person. I was nothing but nice to them. I might have even helped them. I might have loved them. At the very least, I didn't do anything to them. And they have all this like vitriol or this like vendetta against me, and like not understanding why. It's because the people who act that way towards you, they initially wanted you and they felt rejected by you in one way or another. And so the only way for them to thus try to exert that energy, most of them, the people who obviously are like going out of their way to like speak negatively about you, unprovoked especially, that's what it is. It's just that they want to be your friend and you don't want to be their friend. They want to date you, you don't want to date them. They want to, if you're family, they want to spend more time with you and be like your favorite cousin or your favorite sibling or your favorite parent or whatever, and you just don't feel that way towards them. So now, since because you are not giving them your validation, they have to turn on you. It's kind of like the thing of like, how like people will be a fan of an artist or whatever, and then they go to the concert and the artist doesn't do something that they wanted them to do, or they had a bad experience at the concert, and then like all of a sudden it's like, oh, fuck you, your music sucked anyways. And it's like, clearly their music you don't think their music sucks if you went to the concert in the first place. Or they try to bring up whatever politically incorrect thing that the artist did. And it's like, clearly you didn't care about that if you bought tickets to the concert, babe. Like, you're just mad that, you know, you didn't get whatever experience. And that's that, you know, it's like that type of energy, okay? Somebody could be an actual artist who has experienced that. Like somebody, a fan or somebody, you know, trying to say that your music is not good after, you know, they basically are expecting a certain reaction from you and you don't give it to them. People do that to celebrities all the time, actually. Like, we see it on video. People will literally go to a celebrity with a camera and try to have a certain interaction with them. And because the celebrity just is being themselves, they don't see themselves as that, or they're not acting as that, and they want to just be like left alone, or they wonder why the stranger is coming up to them like acting like they're friends, or like, you know, wanting to immediately have them on camera or whatever. The person gets mad. It's like, oh, I didn't have a good experience with them, and, you know, XYZ. It's like that. So I am getting that type of vibe in terms of the gossip. I'm getting, you know, the people who like you and who don't necessarily feel rejected by you. And I'm also getting that you have a good amount of people who are not looking for your approval either. Like, they just are talking about the fact that they just like how you dress, or, you know, they think you're funny, or they think you're friendly, or they think you're very smart. They think that you're brave for doing something, or for putting yourself out there in some kind of way. Or, you know, I feel like people admire you a lot and people are inspired by you. But there are people who feel that and they don't necessarily want to be friends, or they're not really trying to get into your life. They just like respect who you are. And I feel like they take up a large portion of the people who are talking about you, because, like I said, they're like just observing you. Okay, I do feel like your friends and family, and if you have a romantic partner, I do also feel like they see you in a positive light and speak positively about you. However, I'm also getting the vibe that people who might have wanted to be friends with you, who you don't want to be friends with them, again, people who want to date you and you don't see them as, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife material, and or family members who want to be your favorite this or that, and you don't see them like that. Or maybe they should even want to talk to you more. You know, it doesn't have to necessarily be that somebody wants a huge relationship. I definitely feel that it is, though. But I'm saying even people who, they just want to talk to you more, and you don't want to have a conversation with them because maybe you don't like the things they talk about, you know? Simple stuff. Like strangers who want to see you in the street and they want to come up and say hey and talk, and it's like, I'm ignoring you because I don't want to talk right now. Or you look suspect and I don't want to, like, you look like a red flag, so I don't want to stand here in the street and talk to you. Like, okay, you know, now you're mad. It's like that type of vibe. So that is what I have for you, pile one. Definitely, you know, up your spiritual protection if need be. You definitely are somebody who gets a lot of attention, so I'm actually not, you know, I feel like, you know, yeah, it's just, I feel like this reading was more so validation for you to just know that you're not crazy for the things that you deal with. Especially if you're not a celebrity and you feel like, bro, I literally am a regular person. Like, if you're a celebrity, it's like you understood what came with fame. But no, when you're actually like a regular person and you just have like this like spotlight energy, it's really annoying. Okay, so yeah, that's what I have for you. Let me know in the comments how it resonated. If you made it to the end of pile one, comment spotlight, okay? Because people are gossiping because of your spotlight. That's what it is. That's what's causing the gossip in the first place. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you can join the team and catch this vibe. Other than that, I love you guys and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey pile two, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Aniya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Today we're going to be getting into the current gossip on you. Okay, if you wonder where I've been or whatever, go back and watch the intro if you skipped it, because if you watch the intro then you would know. Anyways, yeah, if you'd like to book a personal reading, you can find that information down below. Other than that, let's get into it. First, I'm going to be channeling some messages from the image that you chose immediately. And this might be specific. I don't know who all this is going to resonate with or not. If this doesn't resonate, don't take it as the rest of the reading won't, but just right away, just stick with me. I'm getting the vibe that somebody, this could be one person or multiple, but I'm getting the vibe that somebody's gossiping, or not even, it doesn't really feel like gossiping. Technically it is, but this is somebody saying how you're too innocent for them. Something about your innocence is being like spoken about, and this could be in different ways for different people. Like, I don't know if any of you are virgins and like that's literally like just, it's that literal for somebody and somebody's talking about that. Or this could be something where people are talking about your naivety, or people are talking about how there's this vibe here of like innocence and naivety. And so what I'm getting is that, like, this could be somebody who's older than you saying that, you know, they might like you or whatever, but you're too young for them. This could be something where you are literally being perceived as somebody who's innocent. And when I say innocent and naive, I mean in like a kind-hearted way. I don't mean like anything childish. I more so mean like somebody who, I feel like our world these days is very like hypersexual, and you know, there's all these different crazy things happening. I more so mean innocent and naive in the sense that somebody who is not bitter, somebody who's not angry, somebody who is not playing a game of trying to take advantage of people and manipulate people. And, you know, in the world of, you know, psychological games and dating coaches and 48 laws of power and seduction, like, you know, that's what I mean. Like somebody who is just being genuine with people, just being like open-hearted, just like kind. That's what I mean. Somebody, or maybe I should say that instead of like innocent, but the way that I'm saying the word innocent and naive because I'm feeling like that's how whoever is gossiping is, that's what they're saying. But what they mean is somebody who's like very kind. Like people could also be talking about how they think you're too nice. Like they think you're too nice and you're specifically like too nice for them. This is like in reference to them. So it's like, I'm getting the vibe that people are gossiping about how basically like you're too much of a good girl or good boy or whatever for them, in a way where some people might be saying it as in like maybe that's why they're not attracted to you. But some people are also saying it, and I'm more so getting the heavy energy for most of you, is going to be where this is why somebody wants to avoid you or doesn't want to pursue you or doesn't want to like be serious with you, or like that's why they don't want to take act. That's what it is. It's like that's why they don't really want to take action towards you, because they feel like you're either too young or you're too good, you're too kind. And this person is somebody who, obviously, if they feel like you're too young for them, then they're older than you. But if it's like a kindness thing, this is somebody who basically knows that they ain't shit. And they know that they're a player. They know that they don't care about other people's feelings. They know that they hurt people. They know that they play games. They're like, this person is actually like genuine and kind. I'm not gonna do it to them. But the thing is, and basically somebody's talking about that. Somebody's talking about that. Somebody could definitely be talking about that. Again, or, you know, I like them, they're cool, but they're too young for me. You know, that type of vibe. So if you recently got rejected by somebody, and this is the thing, some of these people could have just told you straight up, like, you know, you're too good for me, I don't want to hurt you, or you're too young, like, I like you, but you're too young. Somebody could have directly told some of you that recently. Or if they didn't say it directly, you know, you could find yourself wondering, like, they've been real dry, or they haven't texted back, or, you know, like they've been just not showing signs of interest. Maybe you asked to hang out and they like, oh yeah, I'm pull up, and then they never pull up, like those type of vibes. And you're feeling rejected. Specifically for those of you who are feeling rejected, it's like, that's why, like somebody thinks that, you know, you're just too kind for them. Like they just feel like you're better. Like if it's the kindness thing, they feel like you're a better person than them, and like they don't deserve somebody like you, and you definitely don't deserve to get treated how they treat people, basically. It's like that type of vibe. Or like I said, you're too young. Okay. I want to see if there's anything else that I'm getting from this. I'm also with this tree, it's making me think about, I'm hearing grounded, like you're very grounded. Somebody could also fit in this goodness, because I'm still getting to the goodness. Actually, baby, we're 5 minutes in. If you're not resonating with this, it's not your pile. Pick another one. Because this is we're clearly going in this direction. Clearly. I thought it was gonna be something else. It's really not. It's like I'm being really told to like dig deeper into this. I was gonna say as well, if it's not necessarily your age being young or your goodness, it could also be like the path that you're on in life. You could be on a path that is seen highly in society. So what I mean by that is you could be on a great career trajectory. You could be in school for something that is like, okay, once this person graduates, they're pretty much gonna be we know nobody's guaranteed success, but I'm just saying for the sake of the example, like, you know, the stereotypical avenue is that you go to college, you are able to get a better job, you're able to make more money, like that, like something like that. Or like this could be like a physical thing as well. Like I don't know if you're somebody who was overweight for a lot of your life, or just currently overweight and like you're losing weight, like, or if you're really small and you want to gain weight, it's like you're gaining the weight. It's like there's something here about like people just feeling like something about you is too good or too young for them. So they're like, never mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of energy is here. And I'm specifically also getting that the people who are gossiping about this are, like I said, like people who might be around you who are interested in you, but there's just something blocking the connection. And this block is divine protection. So don't hear me say like this block as in like, because I know a lot of times when we hear oh, there's this block or there's this obstacle in like readings, the reader is saying that because because they're then telling you that the solution is to try to like dissolve the block or get over the obstacle. In this case, it's not. This block is divine protection, okay? Because keep in mind here, I'm saying that this person or these people are saying that you're too young for them. They're saying that you're too good for them. Oh, they're going to college. They're, you know, focused on their career. Like, I'm not on shit, basically. Like, I don't have anything to offer them. I don't have anything to give them. Or it would be creepy of me to date them. Or, you know, they're gonna, you know, outgrow me and leave me behind. Or I can't compete with the people that they have access to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that type of energy. Somebody is talking about basically why they rejected you or why they don't want to take you serious or why they're not treating you a certain way or whatever. And it's like their reasoning is because of what I just said, basically. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the tarot. If you are enjoying this so far, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. All right, let's get into it. Spirit, what is the current gossip on pile 2? What is the current gossip on pile 2? Yeah, I just saw the King of Pentacles when I was shuffling. This could definitely be like older people and people who are also like set in their ways. Like, I really feel like for a lot of you watching, if you're like feminines and you date masculines, I really do feel like for a lot of you, even like women and men, like it doesn't have to be gendered, but I would not be surprised if there is this heavy energy of like you being a woman and these being men talking about you, like older men or men who are set in their ways where it's like they know that they are not built for the kind of relationship that you deserve. And so you might, and again, there was like this naivety and innocence mentioned in the beginning where it's like, you might think that you might have felt intuitively like, okay, this person might be a red flag, or, you know, the connection is like, I feel connected to them, but it doesn't feel right, or it feels like there's something being hidden, or it feels like, you know, it's cool, but it's not what I really want. Like, it's something, but it's not that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost, but not really, like that type of vibe. You might intuitively pick up on that, but to them, the fact that you're even entertaining them, or the fact that you even care, or like care about them, or like want them in that way, whether it be like a friendship or romantically, it shows them that you have certain innocence and naivety. Because I'm getting like the people their age, or just people who have completed what you are completing. So for example, especially if this is like college, just like if you are just not going to college or you're still in school, whereas somebody who already has graduated, the mindsets and the perspectives that you will have once you have already graduated, or if this is like an older younger thing, by the time you reach the age that they currently are, however many years older than you they are, if that amount of time were to pass, or if you were the same age as them, is really what I'm trying to say. Yeah, if you were the same age as them and you had experienced whatever year gap that is, you would see right through them much easier than you're able to see now. And so they basically just feel like they basically feel like they really could manipulate you if they wanted to, and they don't want to do it to you. They don't want to do it. They will feel bad, whatever. Or it's not what they want. Like, that's not what they're looking for, I guess. But there's also this vibe that like, it's not really true though. And this is interesting. We're gonna get into this gossip, because I've noticed in this reading so far, I'm telling you the gossip, but we're also getting into like the energies behind it, because I feel like the gossip that's being projected to my subscribers, my audience at this time, it's affecting you mentally. So there is this need to like go deep and to dissect these things in order for you to have some mental clarity. Okay, that's why I told y'all we're doing sweet treats but also vegetables. Okay, carrot cake. Anyways, let's see. Oh yeah, because I was saying, it's like these people basically feel like if they really wanted to manipulate you and like just dog you out or take you through the mud or whatever, they could, but they don't want to. Like, they feel like in their mind, this is so interesting, because like I said, this is like a block that's divine protection, right? It's like in their mind, they're partially correct. Like, there is part of you that doesn't see all of them, or doesn't see enough of them to see through them as easily as somebody their age or somebody who is in a better position in life. Yes. However, the arrogance of theirs comes in, and their arrogance, thus being divine protection for you, comes in, where they just feel like it would be so easy almost to just have you where they want you, that they're not even gonna do it. That's what they're telling themselves. That might be what they're telling somebody else. But in reality, on a deeper level, you do notice it, and you might not have all of the tools or the clearest of vision to just point it out with like no remorse and like leave them zero room to argue, but you do say things or respond to them in ways that let them know that you're picking up on it. So really what they're doing on a deeper level is opting out before you can find out. Okay, the way that they're trying to control the narrative is as if, oh yeah, they're too naive, they're too innocent for me, they're too young for, I thought about it, they're too young for me. That's what they're gonna say to make it seem as if they're still the one that's in control of the dynamic or in control of whatever connection that you guys have. But again, on a deeper level, they do like you. They do want to be around you more. They do want to, I'm not trying to keep it open because I feel like for most of you this might be romantic, but I'm also getting a platonic energy as well. Somebody who might not necessarily be a romantic option, but maybe they were somebody who was just spending time with you, or a friend, or somebody who's around who's like, you know, pulling away. It's like this vibe of again, that person knowing that as you mature, as you become wiser, you will start to see them more and more for who they are, and this person is ashamed of who they are, and they don't want you to see that. That's why they are purposely around you, somebody who is younger or who they perceive to be naive or innocent in the first place, even though they're acting like, or they're trying to convince themselves that, you know, they're above that. They're not. They wouldn't be talking to you, right? Whether it's friend or romantic. So that's what it is. That's what it is. If you've been feeling rejected by somebody recently, pal, too, just know that they are talking about the situation. That's with their thoughts on it, and you're being protected from that, because ultimately this person is a red flag. Period. Like, they're a red flag. So them opting out is really saving you, because I feel like, here's the thing with you, pal, too. I feel like you are intelligent, but you are naive in a sense. So you could just be like physically young, like you could be like a young person, or you could be somebody who maybe you had some type of like late start when it comes to dating or something. Like, you could be one of those people who your parents never let you date, and so you weren't able to go through like ups and downs and like learn things about dating as a teenager. Like, you had to wait until you were already an adult to like go on your first date or to be in your first relationship. So it's like, you might not necessarily be the youngest person, but you're still young, like you're still naive in terms of actual experience. Or this could be something where you're an adult as well, like you're already not technically the youngest person, but let's say you go back to college, and so it's like you've already been used to making only a certain level of money, or only being able to get certain type of jobs for a long time. And so now as you go to college and you're becoming smarter, and maybe you're going out to a different job field, you're gaining more experience. And so you might look at somebody who has a certain degree or a certain certification as like they're better than you, or like they have more than you, or like they're more accomplished than you. But then it's like, once you get your degree and then you go off into your career and you start doing all this, then it's like you're going to realize that, oh, they were never really, you get what I'm saying? I hope y'all get what I'm saying. That was a lot channeled from just the photo. Let's get into the tarot. I've been supposed to get into the tarot. I can't make this too long now, but I feel like we are being thorough today. I haven't been on YouTube in almost a month, I think. So, hey, fine by me. We clearly have a lot to catch up on. Okay, let's see. First out, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. I definitely feel like there's this vibe of people talking about how you're going to outgrow them. Page of Wands reversed. But the thing is, like, it's like they're admitting how it's like somebody like giving themselves away. Like, you know how it's one of those things where, like, if you come on camera and you, like, you know how people be on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, even on YouTube, and they'll be like, oh, sorry, ignore the crust in my eyes, I just da-da-da. And it's like, when you were watching the video, you're like, I didn't even notice the crust in your eyes until you said that. It's like that type of vibe. It's like somebody trying to basically talk about how, oh yeah, how to, like, yeah, me and them are not a thing because, you know, I'll just this and that and this and that. And there's really this deeper insecurity that they have about you, you know, outgrowing them basically. And so it's like the people who they're gossiping about this with, it's one of those things where, depending on who the person is, some people might tell them straight up, like, are you sure that's what it is? You know what I'm saying? Or like, you didn't care about them being younger than you or more naive than you before, and you've been talking to them for however long. You know what I mean? Where some people are going to just tell them that. Some people are just like kind of side-eyeing them whenever they mention you or talk about it, and they're just like, yeah, sure, pal. Like, there's definitely that vibe, because it's like this person is like, I do feel like this person is hurt behind this. Yeah, if you don't have like a person who recently rejected you, possibly this is not your pal. This might be a really specific one. Maybe more people are going to be drawn to the other ones. I'm not sure, but yeah. Because this message is like different. Anyways, there's this vibe here. There's somebody, we have the high priestess of race as well. There's definitely somebody here. It's like they're trying to hide their emotions, but they are ending up still spilling them, just in a way where it's like they're trying to stroke their ego or like coat their ego. It's like they're kind of trying to coat their ego or soothe their ego by talking about this with other people. This could even be a thing. Yeah, we had the Ace of Pentacles reverse. This could even be a thing where like you and somebody started to date or started to become friends, and then it's like certain things that you did or said. What it is that, okay, because I'm starting to unravel this here as we keep going. It's like somebody might have thought that you were innocent or naive when they first saw you. Like when they first saw you, they knew that you were younger than them, or they knew that you seemed innocent, pure, naive, genuine, authentic, and they were drawn to that. But what happens is that when they got close to you, when they got closer to you, they realized that, oh, this person is actually very aware. This person is very aware. And you know what it is? It's like this person is so, they realize that you're very aware. They realize that you're going places. They realize that you're on a path of growth. You're on an upward trajectory in your life, regardless of whatever specific way that is for you. And so it's like it intimidated them, and they realize, oh, I might have chosen this person or came towards this person because maybe they did just naturally feel an attraction towards you, but there's also this sense of like, you know, wanting to prey on you, feeling like you'll be easy prey because of the fact that you're younger or you seem innocent or you're inexperienced or whatever. It's actually funny. It's not funny, but it kind of, like their arrogance is funny to me. It's like, this is somebody who thought that you were going to be prey. And it's so intense because it's like the attraction to you was very intense. It's like once they realized that you're not as easy as they thought you were going to be, then they have to like retreat. And it's like literally giving me like a hunter prey type of vibe. It's like, you know, if, I don't know, let's say that this person is actually like a hunter and you're a gazelle. I don't know. Or let's say that this person's a cheetah or whatever, cheetah, right? Or leopards, whichever ones be trying to go after them gazelles. Okay, a lion, something. They're a big cat, okay? And you're a gazelle. And it's like, you might be like a small gazelle. And so they see you like creeping in the trees and stuff, and they see you, a small gazelle, just, you know, eating the grass, minding your business, being a gazelle. And they're like, oh yeah, that one's small. I'm gonna look like I found my dinner for the night. You know what I'm saying? And then, but it's like when they try to come pounce at you, take off. And then, you know, the cats are supposed to be all fast and stuff, but it's like this gazelle actually outran it. You outran it. Maybe you didn't notice it there at first, right? Maybe an older gazelle or a bigger gazelle would have noticed the cat right away, but you didn't notice it right away. But when it pounced, when it came at you, or when you peeped the red flags, when you saw certain things, you took off. Your intuition, when you got that nudge to back up or to maybe like eyebrow raise, question this person and their intentions, you did. You know what I'm saying? In whatever way that you express that, you know what I'm saying? And so then it's like they realize, oh, I can't catch that gazelle, or, you know, this person is not as easy to prey as I thought, or this person is not, yeah, they might be naive in some ways, but they're onto me, basically. It's like they're onto me, is what this person or these people realize about you. And so then it's like, as that cheetah, back to the analogy, it's like when the cat goes back to the rest of the pack and they're like, where's the dinner? They had to be like, oh, that gazelle was too small. Like, it wasn't gonna feed us anyways. Like, we was gonna still be hungry after we ate that one, so I just let it go. Like, whole time you outran that motherfucker and they didn't have no chance of catching your ass. Okay? And they're embarrassed to say that. They're embarrassed that your little ass, you the smallest gazelle, that they couldn't even catch you. Yeah. That they thought they had a little quick 1-2 easy come up, and it did not go like that, basically. Okay? And I feel like that was so deep. I don't know what it is about today. I am recording this on a Wednesday. You know, Wednesday is ruled by Mercury, so maybe that's why I'm talking so much and I'm going so deep into depth about this stuff. But because I feel like that was ultimately like an easy thing to say that people were like, I was thinking about you. People are talking about the fact that, and I can't make this up, y'all. I need to finish pulling the cards, but we have the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Yes, this is literally somebody who wanted you romantically, but they just realized that they got closer to you. Oh, this person's actually very spiritually in tune. That's the thing. It's like, even if you're not the wisest or the most experienced, you are very spiritually in tune. So you have an intuition and you can pick up on when things are shifting. This is one of those vibes where, like, let's say that somebody lied to you and you question, like maybe you never questioned them. Let's say that it's one of those vibes where like, let's say that you were dating somebody and you asked them like where they were one time, and it was just random. Like you weren't even asking to like be suspicious. You were just like making casual conversation, like, oh, where you at, or what you doing today? And this is like normal for you to ask them that. But then when they responded this time and they said where they was at or what they were doing, you just felt like they were lying. You just felt like, are you being weird right now? And you might have said something like, oh, okay, are you sure? Or like, is everything okay? What's going on? Or like you might have pressed the situation, and maybe they kept lying to you and they never told you, and maybe you still to this day don't know what the actual truth is of where they were or what they were doing. But you like your spidey senses went up, and you might have said something about it or expressed it, or maybe you felt an energy shift and you stopped texting them, or you stopped engaging as much, or you know what I'm saying, or you pull back your energy. This person is picking up on it. They're aware of the fact that, okay, yeah, this person might be younger, they might be naive in certain ways, but and even if they don't, again, even if you don't pick up on every single thing, or you don't necessarily catch them in every lie, they are realizing that you still dodge their attacks. And I just feel like people are gossiping. Yeah, I said the same thing 13 times at this point, but yes, that's what people are gossiping about with you. They're gossiping about how you are not as easy a prey as they thought you were going to be. They thought you were going to be naive. They thought you were going to be this and that. And again, there is heavily this vibe though of like you kind of are, but it's like you're still bright for your age, or you're still very in tune for what you have experienced, or you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I sound confused. I feel like this person is confused. Like I feel like you were like an anomaly to them. Like maybe they're used to preying on people in this way. Maybe they're used to picking up on certain patterns that you might have, or certain things that you might do and thinking that makes a person easy. But then there's like these whole other characteristics that you have where it's like, no, like yes but no. So I don't know, that's like the gossip. I don't know what to do with that, guys. Just know that this was divine protection. Okay, this person, like I said, if this person recently rejected you or pulled away from you, take it as protection. Okay, and just leave them alone. Leave them where they stand, because they don't have nothing good for you. Okay, and really they just want to manipulate you. They're only pulling back because they realize that they can't. If you were dumber, if you were more green, if you were going for the things that they do and say, and you were actually being as young or as naive as they presume you to be, they would still be in your face. They would be on you, or they would be manipulating you. Basically, they would look like they would act like they were on you, but really they'll be manipulating you. It's just, this is also, I'm getting somebody who like love bombs, or who like overhypes themselves, or they try to manipulate you through giving you a lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of thing. Giving you a lot of attention and then maybe pulling it back, or giving you a lot of attention to cover up lies. And it's like, yeah, I might not catch you in every single lie. You might not ever admit to being avoidant, but like you're picking up on it. That's the vibes. All right, so that's what I have for you, Pile 2. That was a lot. That situation has probably been bothering you, or has been on your heart and your mind for me to have talked about it that much. So I hope that this gave you some clarity, okay? Other than that, if you would like to book a personal, you can do so down below with the link in the description box. If you made it to the end of Pile 2, then comment naive, because people have been gossiping about your naivety. Other than that, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you can join the team and catch this vibe. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Naya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Thank you for being here with me today. Today we're going to be looking into what is the current gossip on you. And just to let you know now, this video will be like sweet treats and vegetables. If you're new to my channel, sweet treats are the gossipy fun readings that are not really, meant to teach you anything. They're just meant for like entertainment, honestly. And then we have the vegetables, which are the readings that are meant to be insightful, spiritual, help you to understand, help you to get clarity, all those things. But today I want to combine both, since I haven't been on YouTube in like a month. This is my first video back in like a month. I want to give you 2 in 1. So we're gonna have carrot cake today. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. First, I'm going to be channeling from the image that you chose. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, then you can find that information down below in the description box. Let's get into it. The first thing I heard when I look at this was, I'm walking on sunshine. Well, and something feel good. Yeah. Have you recently had a celebration? I feel like people are recently talking about a celebration that you've had. I'm specifically getting like, if you've recently gotten married, if you recently had a child, if you recently graduated, if you recently started a business, if you recently lost or gained weight, if you recently overcame a health issue or a mental health issue, if you recently moved, if you recently bought a house, recently got an apartment, got a new car, like things like that. Recently created something. okay? There's this vibe. People are gossiping about how happy you seem to be. And like, yeah, how happy you are, how good things are going for you, okay? And with the baby's breath here in this picture, I'm not sure what baby's breath represents spiritually, but for me, the way that I'm looking at it and the way that it's making me feel, I just feel like people are talking about like this new phase of life that you're in, or this new beginning that you're having. There's like, you could have recently like, again, started in whatever celebration that this is. I feel like it's the marking of a new chapter in your life. So what that is going to be different for everybody. You know, this is a general reading, so take it how it resonates. Like I said, some of you getting married, some of you had a baby. I mean, some of you got married, some of you got engaged as well, or recently moved, or just got a new property, or started a new business. Whatever it is, it's different for everyone. But the point is, people are talking about how whatever this thing is has created a new chapter for you, or that you are in a new chapter. Like, you're looking up, your life is looking up, things are looking good for you. Now, when it comes to that gossip, you know, as always, there's always going to be positive and negative. And so there's people who are talking about this in a positive way, and how, you know, maybe they're inspired by you, or they're just simply happy for you. And then there's people who are, you know, looking for flaws. But the thing about it is that as I look through this picture, there are no flaws. It's a beautiful picture. I'm not really seeing too much that's particularly wrong with it, or that's unappealing about it. And even if I do, it's like I had to look so hard to see that thing. Is like you're literally looking for something. So there could be this vibe of again, people who are inspired and inspired by you and what you're doing, and happy for you. But there is also this vibe of people gossiping about like the littlest flaws, or like the stupidest things. You know what this is making me think of? This is making me think about recently there's this celebrity, Mona Leo, who got married, and her husband is also famous. His name is Son of Vegas. I had to think about them. Like, yeah. Anyways, they're like this famous couple who recently got married, and they just seem happy. They look happy, and you know, their wedding looked beautiful, and they seem to really love each other. It's just like happy. There's nothing really that you can like look up about them to, you know, to discredit it. Like, a lot of famous couples have, you know, oh, they cheated on each other 13 million times, and there's outside kids, and there's like drama in the media. Like, they're not like that. Like, they just seem to be happy, and you know, everything's cute, right? So, and people are like, so I say that to say that there's nothing really negative to be said, you know, for the most part. But there are people complaining because her wedding dress was pink and not white. Because traditionally in American weddings, you wear a white dress, but her favorite color is pink, so she had a pink dress. And as somebody whose favorite color is also pink, I also have I'm not really the dream of a wedding type, but I always did say if I do get married, I'm gonna wear a pink dress. So I actually thought that personally. But you know, it's like that example of like people are just finding something so minuscule to gossip about, because there's nothing really negative to gossip about, because everything is literally peaches and cream and sunshine and rainbows. You get what I'm saying? Like, imagine a wedding happening, and like the worst that you can say about the couple is like their wedding was pink. Get a grip, get a life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that kind of vibe. So in terms of like the negativity or the negative gossip around you, I more so feel like this is just people who are just miserable. I don't even really feel like the negative, this could be coming from some people who are close to you, but I feel like most of it is just in general, whether they're close to you or not, people who are just miserable. Like, these are people who gossip about everybody, or they would have gossiped about anybody. For you, Pot 3, I feel like for the most part, you have a very like happy energy going on in your life, and I don't really feel like I don't feel like you have too many enemies, or anybody who's like specifically like projecting evil eye at you, or like negativity onto you. It's just more so a thing of like, these people who are saying negative things about you are just the kind of people who just like to gossip, and they're just miserable, and they will literally say something negative about anybody. Like, they would say something literally negative about anybody given the opportunity. So you might just be like coming across as like one of the people in the group, or one of the people in question. But again, these don't feel like too personal of like attacks or like energy in that way. Okay, so let me get a little sip of water. And now let's move on to the tarot. All right, so let's go ahead and get some cards to clarify. If you are enjoying the reading so far, and you feel like that resonates so far, then definitely go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Okay, support the channel. I was not on here for a month. I had to get acclimated to my new life, but I'm back. I can't say that I'm gonna be posting as often as I did though. I don't really have the time for that at this moment. But when I'm here, we're here. Okay, Let's see. So the first card that we have out is the Four of Wands. So yeah, like I said, somebody could have literally gotten married or had a child recently. You don't have to have that apply to you, but I genuinely would not be shocked. Like, it's just given that somebody could have gone back to college or graduated from college. And again, even with there being like a literal like fairy on this card and somebody with wings above like all of this, like not only does this card already signify like marriage and like union, but the fairy there as well is like there's just this vibe of like, again, a new season, a new chapter, some type of elevation that has recently happened in your life, and people are seeing it. Like, it's very obvious, it's very public as well. So this is not something that you like are only celebrating within yourself. This is something that you have told people about as well. Like, people know that you're doing this thing because you told them, right? They might be saying it to other people, but this is something that you wanted to be public, that you made public on purpose, a positive thing. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Empress. And then we have the King of Pentacles reversed and the Five of Wands reversed. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands reversed. This is the Gossip on pile 3. Actually, I'm so sorry. I don't want to use any of those. I'm sorry. I know y'all are probably like, what the hell? But, Spirit, what is the Gossip on pile 3? Spirit, what is the Gossip on pile 3? Oh, okay. I get that now. Okay. And then we literally have the Wheel of Fortune here. So, and then we also have the Queen of Wands. People are gossiping about how whatever this is, like whatever this thing that changed your life that you're recently celebrating, is something that you had to go against the grain in order to do, or you had to like destroy something that you had already built. Like the fact that I just did a whole pool of spread and then I was like, wait, I didn't even ask the cards what was like, I didn't even ask the question out loud. Like, yeah, I'm like, okay, of course, you know, Spirit knows my intentions and what I'm channeling, but I still like to say it out loud because it does affect the energy. So that's why I pulled it up and I was like, wait, no. And I never really do that. And I feel like that was like symbolic of you all, especially with already what I've been saying. This is like an example of, if you recently got married, you could have been the kind of person to have always had shitty relationships, or maybe you were divorced in the past, or, you know, just something where your relationships always ended on like a bad note, or like you not fucking with the person, or there's being like trauma and pain and all that. And there's like, if you're married now, this is like you having to like basically scrap all that pain, all that trauma, not scrap it and completely get rid of it, but you get what I'm saying, like heal yourself, like destroy all of that in order to build something else, right? If this is you going back to school, it's like maybe you already have been to school before, or you had built yourself up in a certain career and you were like, you know what, like realized that you weren't happy, and you're like, you know what, yeah, I might have 10 years experience in this or 5 years experience, whatever, but scrap that, I'm gonna start over in a whole new industry. It's like that type of vibe. You could have also lived somewhere for a really long time and you just picked up and moved, and that's why you moving is such a big deal, because it's like, oh, you might have lived in that place for years, you might have lived in that place your whole life. Like, this could be you leaving your hometown, it just depends. But there's this vibe as well of like people talking about how you just knocked everything over to build something anew. And I'm getting, again, in positive and negative ways, some people are seeing this as inspirational and they're proud of you for being able to do such a thing, and they see you as somebody who's brave and ambitious and they want to be like you, and they see how you doing that has improved your life and they respect that and they're happy for you. But there's also people who are, you know, kind of who wanted you to stay stuck, or who, you know, you doing this makes them feel inspired, but then they also have their own limiting beliefs to where they won't allow themselves to feel inspired. So then they're like, you know, try to demonize the fact that you just started over. This could be you even leaving somebody. This could be you, maybe you broke up with somebody, or you ended a relationship with somebody, like I said, who you was with that person for a long time, but it was toxic and it was traumatizing, you finally left. And maybe if this is not you getting married, it's just like you leaving that person, and that's something to celebrate for you. But it's like that person or people around them that they know maybe like, oh, I can't believe it. They're basically like saying like you're not loyal because, you know, you guys had a certain amount of time or history's been together and then you cut them off. Like that type of vibe. Like people, you know, people saying like, oh, I can't believe they left their hometown, they should just stay here with the rest of us, or, you know, like that type of vibe. Or like, oh, they're so stupid for like switching careers when they had already built up so much time in one career, and like they should just stay in the same career for the rest of their life. And it's like, you're somebody who doesn't feel like it's ever too late to start anew or to re-begin if you're not happy with where you are in life. Okay, so that's something else that people are talking about. Pile 3, I feel like you're very I feel like you're overall at a really good point in life, because I'm not gonna lie, the other two piles were a lot more intense and just required me to do a lot more, like, I don't know, just deep diving into like the emotions and the perspectives and, you know, things. Whereas with you, I feel like it's more simple. I think you're just living your life and you're not allowing your past to hold you back, and you're allowing yourself to transform. You're allowing yourself to get out of your comfort zone and try new things and, excuse me, allow yourself to try new things and start over if that's what you feel called to do. You're really trusting your intuition and allowing it to guide you throughout your life. And people are talking about that. Again, some people are talking about it from a positive place, some people are not. But in general, I feel like you seem to be doing pretty good. You're pretty happy. I feel like for the most part, I mean, you might have some things that stress you out like normal, but I feel like the things that are stressing you out are the kind of things where you can look back and be like, or you can just be like, you know, still grateful for what it is that you're having and what it is that you're doing. Okay. So yeah, I don't really get the vibe that there's anything like weighing too heavily on your heart or your mind, besides like, you know, day-to-day regular stuff. Let's see. Spirit, what is the gossip on pile 3? Whoa. Yeah, we have the 10 of Pentacles. I can't make it up. Let's see. What is the gossip on pile 3? Whoa. We have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Like I said, people are seeing your growth. The fact that people have seen you literally destroy something and create something else. Or they're watching you if you're in the process of doing it. Like, yeah, people are talking about that. You have the 2 of Cups. What is the gossip? 1 pile tree. We have the 4 of Swords reversed and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Yeah, people feel like you feel like you woke up to something. People feel like you woke up to something, whether that be limiting beliefs or traditions or a part of culture or your family, whatever, that they realize like maybe you are. Yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles and the Magician. Exactly. Like, people are talking about how you have overcome your circumstances. You have overcome certain traumas, pains, and circumstances specifically. And of course, how that's going to resonate for everybody is different. But it's like, if you come from a family where nobody ever went to college, you are the first one to like be like, you know what, fuck it. I don't have any support. Maybe I have to pay for my own tuition, and maybe I don't have a mentor or whatever, but I'm going to go to college. And you do. Like, you know, and you graduate. Or even if you're still in college, you still took that step to actually go. This could be something where, again, you experience a lot of toxic relationships and you're like, you know what, I'm not going to keep going this cycle. I'm not going to keep dating the same kind of person in a different body. I'm going to actually sit with myself and work on myself so that I can be a better partner, so I can also choose a better partner. And you went and did that. And so maybe you decided to break up with somebody, and maybe you're single and you're focused on other things, or you have found somebody else and this person is so much better for you and different than the people from your past. For some of you, this could be starting a business, or maybe you were experiencing some type of financial lack and you went and took a bet on yourself and, you know, invested into an idea that you had and it worked out for you. And so now, as time goes on, you're financially good now. Like, you're stable. You don't have the same financial worries that you did in the past. And it's because I'm getting that this started mentally. This started with you having the confidence to believe in yourself. This started with you having the initiative to get up and change what it is that you were not happy with. Okay. And with the Wheel of Fortune as well, you were willing to do it against the odds. You were willing to do it against naysayers. So, and I also feel like the naysayers that you have, particularly pile 3, these are people who are just, like I said in the beginning, it's like they're miserable and they're also very limited minded. And so they talk about you negatively because you remind them, or you put a mirror up to them to show them what they're not doing or how they're not believing in themselves without you really trying, by you just existing. Because these are people who have settled for the same things that you were unhappy with. And again, they settled for it. You decided not to settle for it. You decided to, you know, break off and strive towards something else. Even if you had to take risks, even if you didn't know how to go there, even if you had to struggle along the way, you just decided, like, you know, it doesn't matter if the wheel is in my fortune or not. It doesn't matter if it's divine timing or not. Like, you took really control over your life and changed your life. And people who felt like they didn't have the same resources or power, authority, or even willpower to do that, if they don't know how to properly accept and digest that, they'll just project negatively onto you by saying that, like, oh, who do you think you are to have done such a thing, or wishing negatively, or saying like, oh, that's not gonna last. Or this could be that type of thing. Like, if you got married recently, or if you found a relationship that's actually healthy, people might, and you might tell people about it, they might, or you post your partner, whatever the case may be, there might be people literally who are like thinking to themselves or talking to other people like, it's not even gonna last because this and that, you know. Or if you went to college for something, they're like, oh, they're probably not even gonna graduate, they're gonna drop out, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna actually graduate. Or, you know, you started a business or something, oh, I mean, they're not gonna actually put out no product, they're not gonna start a business for real. Or even if you do start a business, they're not gonna sell nothing for, they're not gonna get any clients. Like, that type of vibe is really just them. That's how they feel about themselves. They feel like their partner would cheat, their marriage wouldn't last, their business wouldn't go take off, their business wouldn't thrive, people wouldn't buy their products, they wouldn't get any clients. That's what it is. You get what I'm saying? So people are projecting onto you negatively in that way. But I do also want to highlight that people are definitely seeing you in a positive light as well. People are seeing you as stable. They're seeing the growth and stability that you have built for yourself. Some of you have built it already, some of you are building it. You know, we're all technically in the process of, you know, we all have built something, we all are still building something else. So that could apply to everyone actually. But yeah, people see you as somebody who's overcome a lot, and they're talking about it. They're talking about it, especially if you have, I feel like there's something public that you shared. So you guys could have a lot of followers and be kind of popular in some kind of capacity, even if you're not like popular on paper, or like maybe you don't get the most likes. People, I definitely feel like, are still watching your page. You're somebody that people pay attention to, okay? So, and I also feel like the things that you tell people get spread. So, you know, when you tell one person, 3 people are gonna know. It's like that type of vibe. I feel like you know that, and I feel like you could be very private about the things that you share. But positive things and accomplishments, I feel like you're also maybe the type to share things after they're already done. And so I feel like this is something that like is already done and you've talked about it. And yeah, there's just this vibe like, again, people are inspired, people also are triggered. But at the same time, it's good. It's not good that they talk negatively about you, but it is good that you inspire people. And it's good that even those who are not ready to grow are seeing you, because maybe one day they will be ready to grow. And, you know, you have helped to inspire them, even if they don't do anything with the inspiration right away. Okay, so that is what I have for you, pile 3. I feel like this group was very actually light carrot cake. Okay, not too dense. All right, but that's what I have for you. If you made it to the end of pile 3, then what should we do? Comment change. That took so long. Sorry, I hate when it takes me so long. But anyways, yeah, comment change if you made it to the end of pile 3. So I know you're from pile 3, because people are talking about how you have changed your life, basically. So that's what I have for you. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you would like to join the team so you can catch this vibe. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.